In this question, we are using aggregate demand, aggregate supply model, assuming economy is at point B in short and long run equilibrium, and there is a shock. The shock is there's a tax increase. We want to find out the impact of this tax increase on economy's output in the short run and in the long run. First of all, this is a fiscal policy. We're talking about a tax increase, and it's a fiscal policy change, and all fiscal policies will shift aggregate demand curve. That is true for monetary policy as well. Anytime there is a policy change, it is going to shift the aggregate demand curve in the short run, and economy is going to adjust through shift in the short run aggregate supply curve towards the new long run equilibrium. So now we decided, okay, this is a fiscal policy and it's going to shift the aggregate demand curve. Is the positive shock or a negative shock? You have to look at, is it good news or bad news for people? A tax increase is nothing but a contraction of a fiscal policy, because after a tax increase, my disposable income goes down. So people will consume less. As a result, thinking of the equation for aggregate demand, consumer spending, investment spending, government expenditure, and net export, if there's an increase in tax, people will have less money to spend and save. It's going to lower their disposable income and lower the consumption. As a result, it is going to shift the aggregate demand curve to the left. So all contractionary policies, whether a fiscal or a monetary, will shift the aggregate demand curve to the left. Shift the aggregate demand curve to the left. So in the short run, starting from point B, if there is a tax increase, it is going to shift the aggregate demand curve to the left. So we move from point A to point B. This is my new short run equilibrium. Okay, economy will end up with lower prices and higher unemployment. And it's also asking what is going to happen in the long run, how economy will adjust. So we know that all policies changes will create supply shock in the long run. At point A, since economy is at a higher unemployment rate, at point A, there is pressures on wages to go down. Wages start falling. It is going to shift the short run aggregate supply curve to the right. Okay, as a result, we expect in the long run short run aggregate supply curve to shift to the right, and we're gonna move to this point. So this is what's gonna happen after a policy intervention by the government through a tax increase. Starting from point B, economy is gonna jump to point A, live there for a while, a couple of years, maybe more than that, and gradually, since high unemployment is gonna create downward pressures on wages, it is going to lower the cost of production, and economy start improving. There are going to be like series of shocks on the supply curve to the right. According to the model, the new long run equilibrium will be at point E.